February is a month of transition in the low desert garden. Cool season crops are finishing up, frost damage is still a concern, and we see the first signs of spring. In today's video, I'll show you how to deal with that frost damage and help you prepare for the short spring season. If you want to follow along, download your free printable checklist at growinginthegarden.com. I'm Angela from Growing in the Garden. My garden's in Mesa, Arizona. I want to help you succeed, even if you're gardening in tough conditions. Think you should prune off frost damage right away? Think again. That damage is actually protecting the plant from further damage. Cutting back the plant tells it to grow, and that new growth could just freeze again, causing further damage to the plant. Leave it alone, let that frost damage area protect the rest of the plant. Even if it looks horrible, leave it alone until after your last frost date. Here's what to do. Look up your local last frost date. Mine is mid-February. Once the danger of frost has passed, take a look at your overwintered warm season crops. If they're severely damaged or diseased, remove them. Plant a new crop in a different area of your garden. If you decide to keep the plant, wait until you see new growth and prune just above that. So you can see the new growth right there. I'm going to cut just above that. Then it can grow out from there. After pruning, fertilize and water well to help the plant recover quickly. Some plants like this zinnia are completely dead. You don't need to wait, you can take them out. For landscape plants, wait to see new life until at least March. They can take longer to show signs of life. Enjoy all the harvest from your cool season garden this month. Here's some harvest tips. Don't wait too long to harvest your broccoli. Here's how to know it's ready. Harvest when the head is tight and the buds are closed, before any yellow flowers appear. The broccoli is starting to separate here. Instead of being a nice flat head, it's starting to separate. There's even some buds here that might start to open, so it's time to get this harvested. When you're ready to harvest, cut it off 3 or 4 inches below the head at an angle. In most varieties, side shoots may form after the main head is harvested. Tomatoes and peppers didn't like the frost, but my broccoli loved it. If I pulled this plant up, I'd pull up lots of roots, disturb the soil. I want to leave all the soil in there. That way those roots can add organic matter to the soil. So I'm just going to cut it off right at the base. You might see the stump, but those roots will add organic matter back into the soil. I'm enjoying radishes, a quick growing, cool season crop. If you've got peas going, harvest often to encourage production. So this plant would probably keep producing, but I am ready for the room. So I'm harvesting all the kale that's on there, and then I'm going to take this out. As the seasons change, you may see crops like lettuce bolt and flower. They produce a tall central stalk that will have flowers on the top that will eventually become seeds. When that happens, the leaves are bitter. I like to cut them off at the base and feed them to my chickens. I'll usually leave 1 or 2 in place so they can flower and attract pollinators. If I don't harvest the broccoli side shoots in time, they're gonna flower, and so I will leave those and let the bees have them. It's important to prepare your garden beds for the beginning of a new season. Pull back the mulch and add worm castings. Add 4 cups of worm castings for each 4x8 bed. Next, add compost to replenish the organic matter that has been used up last season. Now check your watering system. Look for leaks or clogged emitters. If you're gardening in containers, they'll need more frequent watering. Fertilize your containers this month too. I like to feed everything with worm castings. If you're adding containers like this grow bag, make sure that they hold at least 10 gallons of soil. 20 is even better. Look around your neighborhood this month. See which flowers you like. Add them to your planting list for next fall. The cool season annuals are blooming now. Keep them watered, deadheaded, and fertilized to extend their blooms all the way through spring. As temperatures climb, water flowers more frequently to keep them healthy and blooming. Here's what to do in February for beautiful roses this spring. If you didn't prune in January, do it now. Remove dead, damaged branches and clean up fallen leaves and debris around the base to discourage pests and diseases. Once you see signs of bud leaf development, apply the first fertilizer of the season. For your young roses that are less than a year old, use a liquid fish emulsion. Feed established roses with an organic granular fertilizer. Roses need consistent moisture. Water deeply after fertilizing to help the nutrients reach the roots. You can also plant roses this month. I planted 2 last month and I'm adding more to my garden soon. Early planting gives them more time in the ground before the summer heat. February is a busy month for fruit trees. Keep an eye on your citrus trees. Once fruit begins to soften, it's time to harvest all the fruit off of that tree. You might see yellow leaves and dropping leaves on your citrus trees. It's totally normal for this time of year. Pruning citrus trees isn't necessary, but if you're going to do it, the best time is after danger of frost is past. Clean out dead wood and remove any suckers growing from below the graft. It's also a good idea to cut out any water sprouts. Here's a water sprout. You can tell because it's growing straight up and it has thorns. I'm going to take it out. Fertilize citrus this month too. Water deeply before and after applying fertilizer. Are you watering your citrus trees the right way? Here's how to keep them healthy. Established trees need deep watering every 2 or 3 weeks. The easiest way, put a hose on a slow stream and water until it penetrates down to 3 feet. If you didn't prune your deciduous fruit trees last month, get it done this month. It's so important for your trees. It's also a good time to fertilize. Wait until after bud break and then water well before and after fertilizing. February is also a good time to plant deciduous fruit trees. This gives them time to get established before the heat of summer. If you want to plant citrus trees, wait until after last frost. It's also a good time to plant citrus. I'm running out of room, so I'm not adding any more fruit trees to my yard this year. If you have aphids, here's how to control them without chemicals. Observe, but be slow to treat. Give beneficial insects time to show up and help you out. Let herbs like fennel, cilantro, and dill bolt. They will attract beneficial insects and help control pests naturally. Plant alyssum around your roses to attract beneficial insects that will help with those aphids. Add some of my favorite warm season companion plants to your garden. Your yard will become full of life and you won't be on your own for pest control. As temperatures rise in February, the watering needs of your plants will increase. Check your soil often so you know how frequently you need to water. If you're wondering what to plant this month, you can always check my website, calendars, and guides. Enjoy February as we see the last of the cool temperatures and the first signs of spring. Let's make it a great month. The point, okay, think again. Can I start with if?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I'm not supposed to look at you or talk, and now I'm doing both. And then, okay.